The Alliance of Lost Souls. The mist crawled along the ground of the ancient abandoned village. Everyone avoided the strange ruined chapel, but Clara and her friends decided to explore. "Don't you feel it? Something is watching us," Lucas whispered, trembling. The silence was grave. On the altar, a golden ring reflected the moonlight. When Clara touched it, a chilling shiver ran down her spine. The wind howled, and a whispering voice echoed, "You now belong to us." A chill ran through her bones. The ground shook, and shadows slithered across the walls. The door slammed shut on its own. "Run!" Pedro screamed, but something was pulling them inside. Darkness enveloped the chapel. Clara tried to pull her hand away from the ring, but it was too late. A cold energy climbed up her arm. Lucas's face was pale. "Did you hear that?" Anna asked, her voice trembling. Whispers filled the air, incomprehensible words. The stained glass windows shattered, revealing hooded figures all around. "The ring is sealed," they said in unison. The ground split open, and a black hole of shadows swallowed the light. Pedro screamed, being dragged in. Clara tried to hold him, but her fingers passed through him as if he were mist. They were no longer alone. The walls bled black liquid. Clara turned to Anna, but her face was distorted, eyes without eyelids. "It's not us," said a grotesque voice from within her. The ring burned on Clara's finger. She tried to tear it off, but each attempt made her skin charred. "We have to get out," Lucas shouted. But the door was gone. The hooded figures floated closer. "You don't understand. This has always been the fate of those who dare awaken the forgotten." The ceiling collapsed, revealing a starless sky. A guttural sound reverberated. Something huge crawled in the darkness. The icy wind roared. Clara saw shadows moving in the void above. "You accepted the pact," one of the hooded figures said. Anna writhed, her skin tearing. "No!" Clara screamed, but it was too late. The ring slipped off her finger and dissolved in blue flames. One by one, her friends disappeared in silent sobs. Lucas tried to run, but a skeletal hand grabbed his ankle. He turned, eyes wide, before being dragged into the darkness. Clara was alone. Silence stretched until a raspy laugh echoed in the void. "Now it's your turn." Clara couldn't move. A cold presence breathed in her ear. "You are the chosen one." The ground split open, revealing a submerged city covered in spectral shadows. Faceless figures walked in circles. "They are the ancient bearers of the ring," murmured a voice. Clara was pulled inside. She screamed, but no one heard her. Her reflection in the black water was no longer her own. Something was lurking inside her. "Your time is running out." Screams echoed in the dead city. Clara ran through narrow alleys, but the shadows followed. "Surrender, and it will end without pain," they whispered. She stumbled and fell before a familiar figure. Pedro. His face was pale, eyes empty. "You still don't realize? There's no escape." Clara tried to touch his hand, but he turned into smoke. The specters closed in, ready to drag her away. A monstrous howl cut through the air. "The entity has awakened." A portal opened in the ground. Clara was sucked in. When she opened her eyes, she was back in the chapel, but she was no longer the same. What happened, she thought. But she soon saw. Her reflection in the mirror was one of them. Her body no longer belonged to her. "Now you are the guardian of the ring." A symbol glowed on her skin. Outside, new adventurers were approaching. The story would repeat itself. The cycle never ended. Clara tried to resist, but it was too late. Her friends were erased from her memory. "Accept your fate," the voices whispered. The door creaked. Juvenile laughter drew near. "No," she tried to scream, but her body moved on its own. The ring floated to the altar. The new visitors entered, their eyes glowing with curiosity. "Look, how strange, a ring." Clara felt the growing terror. "You now belong to us." The cycle began again. Clara, now an echo of the past, saw the new visitors falling into the same trap. She wanted to warn them, but her voice was just a whisper in the wind. The ritual restarted. "The ring is sealed." The black hole opened again. They screamed. But it was too late. The entity fed on fear. Clara was part of it now. Forever. If you were there, what would you do? Run. Ignore it. And what if you were already marked without knowing? Perhaps this story isn't just a legend. Perhaps the ring is still waiting for the next fool to touch it. Look around you. Are you really alone? The game is not over. If you made it this far, something has already trapped you. But be careful. Now you are part of the story. What really happened? The shadows still whisper, the echoes still call, and the truth. Lost among the dead. Would you have the courage to investigate this legend? Or better yet, what if it were you in their place? If this story gave you chills, imagine how many other dark mysteries are waiting for you. Subscribe now, activate the bell for more terrifying tales, and share with those who love a good scare. Will they sleep peacefully after this story? Comment, what do you think really happened?
Have you ever experienced something unexplainable and terrifying? A supernatural encounter, a real event that left you speechless, a chilling moment that shook you to your core, or witnessed something so macabre it still sends shivers down your spine? Your story could be the next to haunt the world. The most frightening, intriguing, and mysterious tales could be featured on the channel, immortalized for other horror lovers with all the suspense and terror they deserve. Your experience could be the next to captivate thousands. Do you dare to share?